This is Sunny reading A Mouse Adventure. Go ahead, Sunny.
It was time to leave the nest. I'd been with my
Louder.
mom and brothers and sisters for the first 5 weeks of my life. I wanted to explore the outside world, so I packed up a bag. Inside were extensive
Items.
items that I thought I'd need to have along the way. These
Included
included a toothbrush, a change of clothes, extra socks, and of course my lucky bottle cap. My Uncle Louis had found the bottle cap on his travels long ago. He was running from a
fierce.
tabby cat. That's when Uncle Louis discovered it was lucky. He used it to slide down a grassy hill. The big cat trailed close behind, sort of a
Delicious.
meal on a platter were on the cat's mind. At the bottom of the hill, Uncle Louis fell into a storm drain. Rushing water began to carry him away. Thinking quickly, he used the bottle cap as a raft.
Luckily,
he was able to
guide
the raft through the rough waters. He arrived home 2 days later. He was
tired,
and weak, but unharmed. I listened to Uncle Louis tell his incredible story many times. One day, to my
surprise,
he gave me his lucky charm. I have carried it with me ever since. I thought about Uncle Louis as I carefully put the lucky bottle cap in my pack. Then I gave it a light pack. I was certain that it would come in handy at some point along the way. I just might need to use it. After that, I picked up my knapsack. I headed into the living room where everyone was waiting. My mother was in the doorway holding a small sack. The sack contained a week's worth of meals for me to enjoy. Each of my brothers and sisters wished me well. Then they gave me some helpful advice. Keep your eyes open for Mr. Owl. Look both ways before crossing a road. Stay away from Mrs. Truck's tabby cat. Never ever take treats from a trap. With that, I said my goodbyes. I gave everyone a farewell hug. Then I left the cozy nest and that I had known for so long. Outside the sun was
shining.
The
Wooded.
lots
Surrounding.
Our mouse hut was alive with activity. Birds were seen from their nests hid in the trees. Two squirrels were quarreling over the fat
Acorn.
With each step I took, the excitement of being on my own grew bigger and bigger. Before I knew it,
I was
scurrying at quite a pace. I found myself far from the safety of my home. All of a sudden, my ears caught the sound of something unusual. I had never heard such a thunderous roar. The sky darkened that night. The wind began to roar. I quickly searched for cover. There was none. The next thing I knew, 5 stones began pelting the ground. Then it hit me, my bottle cap. I reached into my pack and pulled out my lucky charm. I placed it over my head just as one of the ice balls crashed onto the cap.
Stunned
but not hurt. I sat still for some time. Then I smelled. The lucky charm had saved the day and my life.
Good.
As quickly as the storm started, it stopped. The sun returned, a beautiful ball of colors stretched across the sky. I put my bottle cap away. Then I continued on my journey. Before long, day faded into night. The bright yellow moon appeared overhead. A familiar smell pulled me toward a tower in the distance. I kept my nose to the air and followed the scent to the base of the tower. I looked up, written in big bold letters were the words Space Shuttle
Mortimer.
I scurried aboard and hid myself in the corner of the huge craft. I sat in the safety of the huge craft.
Of my
lucky bottle cap. Waiting for the ship to take off. After a while, the countdown began. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. The
shuttle
shot
Fiercely.
Fiercely, I held it
I held
on
on tightly.
tightly to my lucky charm with my sharp paws and strong tail. As the ship travels through place, the planets order grew stronger and stronger. The moon grew bigger through the window of the shuttle. Minutes later, the big ship gently settled on the moon's surface. At that very moment, I realized what the familiar odor was cheese. Soon the doors opened excitedly. I crawled out and took a peek. The moon was a huge yellow mound of cheese. Deep craters were full of milk. The coldness I felt from being its place quickly turned to warmth. Right away I found a snug hole for shelter. I made a soft net and fell sound asleep. I made sure my bottle cap was right by my side. The next morning I woke up early and began sniffing at the moon. What a discovery! The moon really was sweet. Cheese was a great adventure. This was later. Is the day I met a moon skunk as well as a milk skater. The three of us became buddies right away. Together we roamed the surface of the moon. We enjoyed fantastic feasts at every stop. Each day was filled with new discoveries. One day we visited the
Apollo landing
site. Another day we swam in the milk craters. My favorite day was when I met the man in the moon. Everything was so exciting at first. Then I began to get homesick. In the distance, I heard the roar of the shuttle's engines. I knew it was time for me to head home. I said goodbye to the milk gator. My friend, the moon skunk, walked me back to the ship. As we were saying goodbye, he handed me a moon's crystal. It had been in his family for a long time. He said it was very lucky. Right then I reached into my pack. I took out my bottle cap. It was time to pass the lucky charm on to someone else too. Then I loaded my bag of treats and got aboard the shuttle. I thought of all the stories I would share with my family back home. Then I smiled to myself. The day will surely come when another young mouse is ready for an adventure. He will want to leave the nest and go off on his own. I gave my lucky moon squirter a peck. I'll just keep it with me until then.
Very good.